Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ESL Challenger League Season 48 playoffs for Europe. We've got one more match between one of these teams and the ESL Pro League, a spot in Season 21. So that means there's a lot on the line, and it's Nemiga taking on 3D Max in a rematch of the upper bracket. I'm Darth Mike. This is Alan Hender. Alan, how you feeling about the Pro League?
Bit of a way off, but I guess excited. Of course, a new format, new qualification routes. Still a little bit to be flushed out, of course, but got a decent picture of what next year's will look like. So, yeah, I mean, it's less of a league, I guess, more of just a standalone tournament, but all the same, good opportunity to play top teams. And as we know, getting into top events, getting those ranking points is easier said than done. And certainly for all of the teams still here in this event, they desperately want to be in the top 30 at least, top 20, and deal with invites.
Desperately. Take a look at the bracket. You can see upper bracket round 2. That was where the previous matchup went, and went very heavily in Nemiga's favor. A 2-0 specifically, though the first map did require overtime on Inferno. Ancient, not so much. So 3D Max definitely going to have their work cut out for them, but they've been doing good work. We saw that yesterday against Saul.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good series from them. Of course, there's some asterisks around Saul. Got some questions about them, but 3D Max played the team that showed up on the day. Played 3 good maps for my money. Graffiti was brilliant, wasn't he?
Yes.
I know Mac had a bit of a game off on the final map, but he equally was great. Jock had a few massive rounds. So, you know, we always talk about this team being they're always at roughly the same level, but they're playing some of their better CS right now. They look good. They look good to me.
They do. They do. It's a fun team, right? When they're playing well, they tend to be very dynamic. They tend to have a lot of those explosive plays. They're a dangerous team with the Deagle, so always a bit of spice. But over on the other side, this is an Amiga team that is looking like they're poised to go screaming up the ranks, right? They've been getting some very nice wins here in Challenger League. And also in RES right now, they're having a very good run, toppling the likes of Fnatic and Aurora. This is a team that looks like they could be pushing, maybe not into that top echelon, but into that next echelon up into the top 30 to 20 range that you were talking about there, Alan. And so it's good for them to deal with.
Yeah. It's quite an intriguing matchup on that side. I mean, 3D Max, of course. I'm right in thinking they have won a season of this, aren't I? It might have been a while now.
It's been a while.
End of 2022? Was that? I mixed it up because there was Sangel equally had a really big breakout season. But I forget the exact order. Anyway, they've been in this position before. Everyone apart from Graffiti has played for so long at this level of competition. Whereas the Nemiga team, I mean, if I showed you these lineups on paper a few months ago, first of all, you wouldn't pick Nemiga to be in this, qualification position, and even now, the name value of those players, not to disparage them, but there's lacking the experience in this sort of matchup. It's quite amazing they made it this far. Obviously, if they win this game, massive stuff. I mean, huge result, but they've already surprised a lot of people along the way.
Certainly have, and it's a young team, right? I mean, Khan at 21, Zwei at 17. It's a young squad. There's a lot to like. Xanter as well, part of that young core, 20 years old himself. So definitely some new names making their way through the ranking. Whereas 3D Max, as you said, these guys outside of Graffiti have been competing for forever. They've been sort of that journeyman French lineup in the scene for just so very long. And so Nemiga's the new spice. Nemiga's the new hotness, so to speak. And it does mean that, of course, we're going to be looking at Nemiga for our player to watch, our Katia player to watch of this particular matchup. I've chosen Risky Bob. He's not part of that young core, but he does have my favorite name in the server, Alan.
I was going to say, I'm fairly sure I know why you picked this man. It's going to be an interesting one to cut. Do you just abbreviate it to Bob, I guess?
Please call him Risky Bob at all times.
Okay, we'll hold each other to that.
That's when you're scrolling through your camera roll and there's a family member looking over your shoulder. You don't want to run into some Risky Bob.
No, he's that friend that on nights out just goes a little bit too far. All got one of those. Yeah, I say when I've watched this team, I think Xanter's been the best player that I've seen from them. I haven't watched that much of this team because it has really been the last 3-4 months maybe. They kind of come out of nowhere. Very for an organization that's been around for a while, they've gone very different direction with the players. For so long, they had a similar bout of players, but clearly trying some new look names in the mix. Azanta for me has been the best. Risky Bob though, certainly on paper, looks good. And to win this game, they will have to be playing some of their best Counter-Strike individually, I think, because 3D Max have got more cards in this matchup.
They absolutely will. They absolutely will. They'll need somebody to step up in a big way. I think it is kind of one of those things where if you have both teams playing at their expected level, I mean, again, Nemiga did beat them in the upper bracket, but it will be a very tough one for Nemiga to replicate. It's always tough to beat the same team twice in as many days, and I think Nemiga are going to find that out here. We've got our veto. It's 3D Max picking into Dust 2. This time around. They went to the Inferno last time. That was lost in overtime, so it's D2 this time. Nemiga stick with the Ancient, then we'll get Anubis as the decider. So it is a very different veto from the last go-around.
Yeah, I'm just checking the old one to see exactly the difference.
Same initial vetoes, and then it gets weird.
Yeah, that is the perma bans, but... So the Inferno went to OT the first time around, and Nemiga decided to go a different way. Ancients in the mix... Ancients in the mix makes sense. Yeah, I think for both teams, they saw compelling reasons to move this around. I guess that's the logic. That
is the logic here. Now, our predictions for this one, I've chosen to go with the guys who just beat them in the up bracket. I'm going with Risky Bob and Nemiga here. I think they're going to take this through, Alan.
Predicated, obviously, on the name value, more than anything. I'll take 3D Max, known quantity. They did play good CS yesterday, knocking out who for many probably still are the best team in this qualifier. I say qualifier. Standalone event that acts as a qualifier to bigger stages too.
It's a league, Alan! ESL Challenger League. It's the pinnacle of the ESEA Open Circuit. Come on.
Sorry,
the only
too many leagues, man.
Truly open league in Counter-Strike. You could start in open, you could go all the way to pro. It's hard.
Some of us did. And then decided the pro was too much work. And now we're on the broadcast. That's how
and there works. You go. Ain't that just how it works? Those who can't do, teach. Those who can't play, cast. I think that's how the saying goes. We should be hopping on the server in just a few moments here. Outside of Risky Bob, my player to watch, over on 3D Max, who's going to be key for you, Alan?
See if Graffiti can maintain his level. Graffiti's always been somewhat fool's gold to me, in that he obviously was brilliant before joining this team at lower levels. He has his moments, but for me, he's not established himself as a star player on the squad. I don't show up in every series thinking Graffiti's going to top the server, and I somewhat feel like this team needs that. It's rare I feel about that for teams, but I do think for this team they need an X factor, don't they? Because they have so many players that are known quantities. Throw something in the mix, someone who's a bit aggressive, not necessarily wild, but a little bit unpredictable too, can be of a value, certainly in CS2, which is some of the maps they like. So Graffiti's my man, and then obviously seeing if Maka can call and play at the same level he was yesterday, because that'd be mega.
That would be mega indeed. I mean, Graffiti, we saw it yesterday, right? He was just that X factor in terms of exactly what you're talking about, aggression, opening sights. It was particularly on Ancient, I'm just thinking about the number of times he walked up B ramp and just headshot two people, and it felt like there was very little that Saul could do about it. So we'll see if he can do much the same. We're not headed to Ancient yet. I'm pretty sure it's Dust 2. There we go. It is Dust 2. And into Dust we go. This is 3D Max's pick, sticking away from the Inferno. This team has always liked a bit of Dust, too. I don't know how much they've been playing it since it came back into the pool, but they used to quite enjoy it. And yeah, actually looking at the numbers, they play a lot of it with great success.
They're true Dust 2 specialists, are 3D Max. Really are one of the better teams in the world. Certainly top 10. And well, they got this one off to a good start. One player down already. This smoke just missed a bit. I don't know if it was blocked, but that gap has caused massive problems. Bomb still yet to cross. I can only assume, Mike, that someone from Nemiga stood in front of that smoke and blocked it, because you shouldn't be missing that one.
Shouldn't be. But that little window allows Xanter 4 kills. The old 301 damage, 4 kills. That's great. 3 headshots, 1 toe shot.
Learning smokes, boys and girls.
You don't mess those up.
I'd be surprised because a player blocking a smoke doesn't change it that much, does it?
No, not with volumetrics. They spread pretty well.
I mean that is one of the wider. That's about as wide as smoke can get. CS2 is that gap. Yeah, it's gonna happen to only. It's gonna be that smoke, but it's a pretty devastating way to lose a pistol round. It was a man advantage. Long on Dust 2. I mean, it's practically the easiest place in the game to make use of a man advantage. So that's a little bit disappointing. Pretty Max said, we're not going to eco, we're going to force up immediately despite the lack of a bomb plant on pistol. Already a man to the lesser. And I'm already looking at this round thinking damage limitation. Get a bomb plant at least.
Not necessarily looking likely, although Risky Ball playing conservative sets up his teammate for death, and now 3 kills on. Hold on. Might not just be a bomb plant. Do pull that planter off, but if Khan goes down, they are in big trouble. Maka brings it down to the 1v1, and Maka will overcome. So it's not just a bomb plant, it's not just damage management, it is 3D Max blowing the doors off of B.
Where did that come from? Maka, I guess. Oh, that's a bit of a catastrophe for Nemiga. I mean, we're given an absolute golden opportunity off the back of that pistol. And look at their force now. It's much the lesser. No head armor. The 1 scout here on Khan. See what he can do. I've watched Marco Polo. It can be dangerous.
Oh, 2 picked up. Black Graffiti. Looking for more. What a
Although I only
niche
saw
show.
season 1, so I don't know how it ends.
I don't think they made more than 1 season, did they?
Didn't they? I think they did. They certainly lost the funding at some point.
It was a remarkably expensive show for being pretty mediocre.
It was visually very impressive.
Yeah. And that's why it was remarkably expensive.
Yeah. You know, the pitfall of many a young man. Do you really think Nemiga's going to win this? Really feel that way?
Do I really feel like Nemiga's going to win this? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do. The Ancient was very good for them last time. Anubis is a decider they're very good at as well. They've been pulling off a very nice hot streak. I do believe Nemiga's going to win this. Maybe not Dust 2. I don't think they're going to win Dust 2. It is early doors, but a massacre.
Early doors and the long doors.
Delworth. Early doors, long doors. That feels like a play call you probably had on Endpoint. All right, boys. Early doors, long doors.
Yeah, all right, governor.
Yeah. Right, get them right in back. Right.
Yeah, we'll go for fish and chips after that. That's how
Mighty Max is calling in the freeze time. Yeah, Mighty Max, what do you want to run here? All right, governor, we're going to slash him in the fucking... And you wonder why players sometimes pick bombs. Joko having no trouble here, out of long and into 2 kills. Oh, that third was disgusting. That was disgusting, Joko. Beautiful shot through. What are you going to do? Look, if 3D Max are playing like this, I don't think there's anything Nemiga can do, because Joko's just going to headshot him.
I know, I'm enjoying it. Nothing like seeing you roll.
You wouldn't be the first to do so.
Joko had a few of these rounds yesterday where he just sometimes just decides the round is up. And this is one of those. That third shot was titillating. Beautiful.
A little awkward that they're going to double smoke long, but they want to play very conservative on this post.
Why ain't Nemiga even giving this a look? You don't have to play a lot of Dust 2 to know that this retake is impossible.
possible or improbable? Oh, Graffiti's totally lost him. It's a full 10-second defuse, though. Do they think he's still on?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
If he has a kid, he gets that. If he has a kid, he wins.
Can't believe that. Oh my. Bob's not the only risk here. Whew. Quick, just need to calm down.
Staring at the blade there, actually. He's thinking about how he's going to get a chance at a knife kill. I mean, Nemiga, we're not really expecting much out of this. Maybe some aggression in the lower, something spicy. Doesn't seem like we're getting anything spicy. They just did the fast cat jump. You don't have to do that anymore. There's a box there. Is it a risky bob round? Is it a risky bob round? It is not a risky bob round.
Well, it was risky. It's not the bob. That's the problem.
Sorry. Magden's like, come on, just let me get it. Let me get that kill. Just good money. Joker down for the count.
You know that Bobby's is like old, not super old, but let's say 20th century British slang for policeman. A Bobby.
Yes, that I did know, yeah.
I'm sure we can work that in.
You'd have to survive first. Maybe if it's a retake and he's shutting it down. Bursting through the door.
Yeah,
it's not Bobby's.
Side. Pumping out those blues and twos. Well, it's got to be said, for 3D Max, minus one missed smoke and losing a diffuser in a smoke, pretty plain sailing.
Yeah.
Not a great deal of resistance. They seem to have to call whatever they want. So let's see if Nemiga, I mean, how long until Nemiga tries to change the game? How long until they throw in a different round? Maybe some mid-aggression.
This is it. Khan's got the op, finally. And they're going to go aggressive out towards middle. But look at the anticipation from 3D Max. They expect it. They know there's finally something approaching healthy economy. So they're playing super far back, anticipating this play. Lucky's sitting outside of tunnels. This tunnel control doesn't really see anything, but it does give a ton of information over. But 3D Max look like they want to re-clear into tunnels. They're moving 2 players over to join Lucky. Bomb sticking outside of long. Such forward positioning. The battle lines have been drawn, and they're way further forward than you'd normally expect from Nemiga. But 3D Max has to know that's a possibility. So what can Zwei get here? Nothing. Oh, that's so tough.
That's B.
Don't have the bomb, though.
Yeah, that's the only question that remains. Can we get the bomb over safely?
Good connection from Khan. Now the wrap comes in. Now you can't get that connection safely. You can't get that bomb, but they'll also know the players on site don't have it. So does Lear put these pieces together quick enough? They've taken out the long control. Oh, just don't walk in that door. Now they're locked out. Now they're locked out. Joko has to make a move to try and give Maka some space. And, well, if you run a knife out, that will make his life a little easier.
20
Confusion
seconds.
For Xanter, but they have to get on towards the site. And now it's a 1v2, and Maka's just trying to run a player down.
No time?
No time.
I mean, it's just a jigsaw. 3D Max could never join the pieces. Didn't find out the combination. Damage is still somewhat important. They do have money to invest again, but yeah, Nemiga, that was a really proactive CTTZ round. Probably that's about as proactive as it gets. Mid aggression, see nothing mid. Take tunnels, move back towards long. See nothing long, move back towards mid. They never stopped moving, and despite losing Zwei there in tunnels. They look good.
Khan connects the first. This is nice now for Nemiga. They've got the 5v4. Oh, the aggression outside of long now. This is going to catch. T-Mac's not prepared for this at all. XSC's down. He was trying to set up utility for his teammates. Maybe there's a gap towards Cat and they could take advantage of that. They're just running out of the numbers. This could be a bomb plant, but a retake is going to be a awful thing to defend for 3D Max. A Molotov, even to slow things out, to whittle out extra utility. Gaviti knows he has to get that bomb down. With the player in lower, there's some confidence on his Cat position, but Lucky forgets that there was some presence top mid. Thinks they've already gone past him. And now Monica's in such a tough spot. He has to drop off. And, wow, that is a round for 3D Max where they were just always caught looking the wrong direction.
Only the first fight, I think. And even then, 4-point rifle at that range. Fairly easy pickings for Khan. Another round when Nemiga are so fast to make moves. They started 4A there. They had 1 catwalk, 3 long. They clear long doors, show the AWP mid, and then immediately take long doors control. And they keep pushing. And they hear more mid. So, I'm not going to say it's rulebook Counter-Strike. It definitely isn't. But, against it, you know, 3D Max likes to play, you know, they understand formulaic Counter-Strike. This is a very different kind of genre of CS they're being presented with at the moment. Max may consider a quicker round. Obviously, one way to get around being pushed all the time is to take control fast. And then you're setting the tempo. Let's see. It's pretty default for now. This CT side, man, look at this. 2 long this time. They were 4A the previous. So much more of a mid and B-centric setup. Some bold CT calling.
Nice shot for Khan. Starting to enforce his will down mid. We talked about this. We needed players to step up on the Nemiga side. Khan doing so nicely so far. But again, Cat's been left open. And again, 3D Max are moving in towards the site without the bomb in tow. We saw this cause problems for them previously. Ooh, a little late on that, Khan. It's going to be good enough. There's also a gap here. This is a very risky fight for the AWP, and yeah, not great presence of mind there from Khan. Trying to get back around the corner, not anticipating the timing on those catwalk players, maybe not realizing how far out the molly was. Risky ball, this is the round. And down he goes with control mid doors. This retake, even with the long presence, should be nightmarish. So I can trade that out at the very least. But it's so tough. Here they go, and never mind. Okay, they line up, and Xanter sprays 2 down. Don't even know if he saw the second player as he gets the kill. XSD's now in a terrible spot. Bomb, is it planted for him? It's got to be, right? Yeah, smoke will go up on it. Player on the box, he knows about that. He'll find the kill, but doesn't have the spray, and the defuse is in for Nemiga.
What happened with that lineup?
I would love to see that back from
POV we were
Xanter's
on was
perspective.
clearly not ready. I mean, he peaked because he's trying to trade his teammate, but that seemed a bit haphazard to me. Ecstasy does his damnedest to win that round. His teammates just gave him such a difficult hand to play. So, Nemiga's making a game of this. 3D Max are a superb team on Dust 2. With their blinding start, we really felt like destined for a big scoring T-side, but running out of steam here. Bomb plant at least ensures a buy in this round. But yet again, the proactive play, another different setup from the CT side. Can't always work.
And this time it definitely won't work. Spectacularly not. Everybody survives for 3D Max. And because of how expensive and messy so many of these rounds have gotten, there's no cash. There's no spare cash. They've got to take the ego here and play for 5 rounds on CT. You don't love to see that on a Dust 2.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize they were walking such a knife edge. But you're right. Even Ecstasy taking that round to 1-on-1 has made a big difference. Probably would have been a buy if he couldn't find any.
Nice entry here. Bulldozing in towards that B site with the superior weaponry. Car player catches one. Risky Bob. Oh! Out of the air! Shooting Skeet. Here we go. Flashbang was good, but couldn't identify the player just in time. That's a black bars or stretch type of situation. Khan gets himself an op. We're not done just yet. Now we're done.
Somehow reminded me of watching Skeet shooting at the end. You can tell I had nothing else to do that day.
Skeet shooting
It was
fun.
good. It was good.
It's hard. It's very fun.
Yeah, the Brit lost in the women's final. The Brit lost. It goes to a shoot-off. Have you seen that when they draw?
I can't say that I
certain
have.
point.
I can't say that I've ever watched it.
Anyway, you do. I think it's 50. You do 50, and then if it's drawn for how many hit, then you keep going. Sudden death.
Of just like the first person to miss. Wow.
Yeah. And then our Brit was in the final 2, and then it's done on judges. It's done on judges' eyes, just like they see the puff of smoke, and she hit it, but the judges called a no hit, and then in the video replay it showed that she hit it.
That's crazy.
Then we got the silver instead of the gold.
What country got the gold?
I think it was Guatemala.
What? Malls?
One of the Central
At the
American
Olympics?
countries. Yeah, I think so.
Hold on. Checking.
Women's individual. Ski. Risky Bob. Wow, okay. Pushing with his teammates. Even no clay undisturbed at the moment. Jocko, though, seems to have had enough of their pesky aggression. No meddling kids in this round. Are you still researching?
I need to find out. I think it was an American. Austin Smith. Which, interesting name. But yeah, no, it was an American got the gold. So, get wrecked.
That men's or women's?
This is women's 2024 Summer Olympics.
Maybe it's different because it's 100%.
Saw with his eyes, but Wikipedia disagrees. Nemiga think that they're going to be shooting at air rather than clay pigeons.
Are you looking at air pistol or something? The
I'm
American
looking at
came third.
Women's skeet shooting at the 2024 Summer Olympics. I don't know what to tell you. But right now I'm looking at a B retake in a 2-on-4 in full desperation. Watching this Dust 2 slip away against the terror of the French. And indeed, it was always going to be desperate, and it'll end with a stylish Joko dropping from the air shot. 8 rounds. We'll be back. And we're back into this second half. We did confirm it was Chile. It was Chile. I know that's the news that everyone was waiting for with bated breath during this halftime. But we'll see if Nemiga can pull off some shoot-off heroics of their own. This round starting nicely for it. They did win the first half, Pistol Allen, remember. Which does not bode well when you look at the scoreline.
Well, nevertheless, at least this one's by their own doing more than I miss smoke.
Wow. All right.
Taste your medicine, Jocko.
Yeah. Snappy on. And Khan's coming hunting right into the crosshair of Exorcies. Still. Should be nigh on impossible. No kit. No chance. Multiple targets to find. Making it stylish. But a win not in the cards.
Let's see if they're feeling a force bar or not.
Worked well in the first, didn't it? CT side, though, they don't fancy.
If I was 3D Max, I think. And you get a full-on gun round earlier than otherwise. If you eco this, you're on. Yeah, you're not gonna have quite full util. I doubt there'll be an all unless Maka can get something done. USP. Ooh, what have we got here? Terracotta Army sort of stuff.
Oh my goodness. All right, talk about a spray down. Stack the targets up. Knock them down.
5 flash assists.
You love that for the rating.
Yeah.
I love the spray control. That's nice. Comes why.
Going full Genghis with that flash. Yeah.
We'll see if the Great Khan can do it again against rifles. Now, there's no ult for Maka, which you would like to see. Full long fight here. Xanter will take first blood. Good flashbang. I mean, they were all blinded up. But Maka, who needs an op, lines one up through smoke, snaps around for the second, and the bomb is down, and it's a disaster for Nemiga. They got Zwei. Never mind. They don't. They have Risky Bob, a MAC-10, and a Dream.
That's some really flat rounds to the Nemiga team. I don't know what was going on there towards long. It was Xanta, wasn't it, that got into the smoke, I think?
Yes.
That was carnage. And I kind of felt that the amount of confusion he was causing was going to win the round, even if he didn't find anything else, because he's just pulling so much attention. But his teammates just seemed to die instantly. Maybe lack of flashes, late flashes. I'm not exactly sure, because it looked like quite a good position. You want chaos as the T side. Doesn't work out. And we're already on the brink of army of must-win rifle rounds for Nemiga to stay in this map. And of course, without Xanta, one of the heavier hitters, that's yeah, easier said than done.
I thought Risky Ball was going to put his teammate down with that flashbang. It's not risky, but he did hit a little flick on the wall. Almost looked like a keyboard hit on the mouse.
So what happens when Risky Bob kills Lucky? Because there must be a good pun there. Something we can do with that.
Yeah, I'll put that away in the. I'm gonna put that in the mental butter churn. Gonna work on that one.
I know we need to respect the gravity of the situation right now.
Chioko finding the one. There's a path towards an A bomb plant here. No riskies needed. Got a man advantage, at least for this retake. The bomb cannot be denied. They hold on to Catwalk. It's a good defense. And no one's headed this way to clear them off. So, there should be strong positioning for the both plant. Utility over. That makes life a lot easier. But the Khan will have his due. It all falls to Zwei, and he needs kills in this one. First one found. 2 more available. Joko's got the kit, so Joko needs to be the one who gets on the bomb. They've not got to smoke the guys this off, so it's all just about that first shot. There's the swing. There's the check. Oh, pulls him right off, but plenty of time to retrieve that kit and get the defuse, and it truly is 3D Max's lucky day.
It's looking good. Exorcist has had a sleeper of a good map. It felt like it's been Joko to get the highlight plays to me. Exorcist is cooking. He is cooking. So far here on Dust 2. Retake by Lucky. Give him his due. Check this out. Quick pause to discuss the finances for Nemiga, and they've decided we're going all in. Full buys be damned. We're going to take our chances now. This one for me is too much. I understand that 3D Max don't have massive money, but they have a much stronger buy. Not sure 6 pieces of utility if we're going to cut it.
It's all about how
Maka will get opportunities.
Quantity versus quality type of conversation here, Alan.
Possibly.
What if they just have one really good flash?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's not going to be lining up a platter. Not that again.
Well, there's one flash, and I would say that that was not a high-quality flash. Don't really get anything for it other than Lear being able to cross his deagle further away. They do want to split B. They got the smoke for it. Here comes the split. I don't know what Lear's going to be able to do to help them so much.
I'm not sure they're committing. I think it's more like a poke and a prod and see how the CTs react. The problem is, it's all well and good, but you don't have much util. You've already expended some to not hit a site. And my main fear remains true is if they go anywhere near Maka, he's going to get jewels on his turn.
That nade, surprisingly ineffective, considering the placement. The more things change with CS versions, the more some things stay the same. Nades sometimes just do nothing. Ooh, this gap. It's really bad.
Maka might have an angle from Car, you know.
Yeah, I think he does over the right side of that smoke. Let's see if he can connect a shot. It's a slim one. Oh, no, it doesn't seem like. The smoke might have spread a little bit more. Still, it's going to be just fine for the hold. Pressure onto this B player. Joko run down. Tried to buy as much time as he could, but there's time enough for that bomb plant. And it's a retake required. So success on for Nemiga. It was the B take after all. And Maka just trying to buy the space, and it does get rewarded. It's all onto Lear. He's got no health. Needs these headshots. Nothing else will suffice, and spotted up. Will be dropped down.
Yeah, we're almost a little surprised it went that close, because it looked good. Really good for 3D Max. Got the initial kills against the splitting players, and again, there wasn't really the util or whatever. Possibly smoking to a CT didn't help, but it's somewhat okay to get the bomb down in a 2-on-2, just outplayed in the after plant. Bomb plant, probably, I think they had 2-4 loss here, so unless they feel like another 4 spy, and they are. Oh, these are pretty grisly, these 4 spies. Somebody needs to just accept a Mach 10, I think, and get some more util for these guys.
Why have util when you can have headshots, though? That's a question they're asking. Util might facilitate some of those headshots is typically the answer, but that's nerd logic.
Gonna need those headshots soon. Easier said than done too when you got Scout and Galils. Very different defenses, aren't they? 3D Max are much more content to play the long game. You see this long doors control. Maka has to do work now. Being held. Oh, that's a ripper. Game on, baby.
Like I said, flashes, they're for nerds. Headshots are what it's all about. Now the utility can be deployed. Here's the swing. Another headshot out. Xanter having some nutty impact. And Graviti all alone, surrounded, overwhelmed, overcome, a limited round. But Nemiga make it work.
We've got a map on our hands. That has done bad things to the CT money. They might double eco. I think that'd be Michael in their position. It's a tough one, but I don't fancy the force. Yeah, they're gonna eco twice unless they can scoop guns off the ground. There's not gonna be much investment until we're at 11 to 10 for 3D Max. How dare we question the buy?
How dare you question the risky Bob? You may have ideas, but he holds answers. Big Bobby brand is desperation spam, not connecting the bomb down. The stack is on the other side of the map. So now you get a very unappetizing pistol, no armor, exit kills, retakes, whatever it is. Can't say I fancy their chances.
Even finding a frag is going to be difficult. Going to do group up cat and just swing together. Nemiga can save in pit, so there is some earnest here for 3D Max to actually get out. To fight if they want one. Ranged USB kill Maka.
It's something, at least. Something.
Not enough, though, to get a buy. They had to save guns. That wasn't enough.
Timeout going to be deployed here. Probably to figure out the finances as much as anything else. They want to make absolutely sure they're not overspending here. Because what was looking like a walk in the park has suddenly turned quite unpleasant for 3D Max. Storm clouds have gathered, the sky has opened up, and they didn't bring an umbrella. And it's raining bobs.
Cover we've all been waiting for. I don't know if we're going to get any aggression. The oddity here is the 3B start for 3D Max. And that bomb on Leah is dangerously close to the blender. Oh my lord. This would be the stack of the century.
Here it goes. They're in the right spot. And they get their shots. There's the first. Do they swing? Yes, they do. Indeed. Con down and out. Now guns picked up. Being ferried back. The nade will chase, but an AWP and an AK, that's quite the find. And Nemiga are left scrambling. And now look, Maka's tucked into the corner. Xanter has to be aware of this possibility. Oh, Maka's getting active. He was just spotted, so never mind. Gonna get rumbled out of that one. But here in mid, there's a threat. Exorcist just around the corner. Up as well, providing oversight. If they go up Xbox. Ooh, that shot missed. They're getting away with this. Timing. Oh, sucks Exorcist in trying to catch that quick flank. And now we might see them just get bulldozed out of here. So at this point, if you're 3D Max, do you risk these found guns? Do you risk what you've gained? The answer is yes. It leaves Graffiti all alone.
Time?
They need to cross the bomb. They're running out of time. Graffiti, he could win this all here and now. The bomb slipped away, but there's almost no time. He's just going to have it on the bomb plate. If the cat chase had come through quicker, he could have been done. Graffiti decided to just try and see if that timer would run out, but now it's a chance at the clutch. Looking for the rifle, finds it. That's why with a reposition all the way around towards long, wondering why it was slower on the chase. He's thinking maybe that big flank could be coming through, and Zwei will figure it out just in the nick of time.
That's one of those rounds where you need to take a pause even after winning it. That would have been... I mean, the first part of that looks like a blunder. It's not. It's just a fortuitous stack of 3D Max. This move to take the fights against Graffiti, why? Well, it was, I guess nobody's keeping tabs all the time because it's a slam dunk. Just run off catwalk, get a bomb plant for short. It's not a winnable round. Okay, well, they've just survived a hell of a scare. They're making a game of this.
Jiggle from Joko. Dude has, regardless of what happens here, had a monstrous match. They might need that monster to reemerge. To get them a round or two. Utility reinforcement. I was going to say maybe that's Exorcist backing away, but no, it's him taking a more aggressive angle.
Check out the long setup.
This could work.
Yeah, it's kind of an odd one because they're both playing positions where they'd love someone else to take contact. Decided that X should be Exorcist. Flashbang is perfect. Round-winning flashbang right there. Khan knows his stuff.
Does indeed. They've got one more smoke for the cross. That's on catwalk. There are ways this could go wrong, but Graffiti heard getting up on Xbox. That should just about confirm it. Maka, you got to save this. You've got to save this. You can't be thinking about going for this. Surprised they dropped the smoke that deep instead of just putting it into CT. You can just right-click that over the balcony, and that'll do just fine.
This map is crumbling. This is 3D Max need to pause. They've got to work out what's going wrong. This round, that long engagement sits forth in my mind. But nevertheless, 3D Max playing a very passive defense. Their call in this round was to give the A site proper. Maka was mid. So Nemiga got numbers up short. A retake was the only option. Very different brand of CS. Back to that first half. Nemiga pushing at every available opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be able to hang on to that AWP. That could be critical. But I don't know what they're gonna be able to array around it. Can't afford the investment too far. Could be all knotted up here in just a moment. And 3D Max, I mean, they might be getting some flashbacks to the last matchup with Nemiga, right? He was Inferno that time, but that did wind up getting drawn into overtime. Wind up going the way of Nemiga. They don't want to get to that circumstance again. Triple cat setup's kind of spicy. Oh, yeah, too deep. I was gonna say there's an 80 could give us some very nice red bars if it was placed correctly. They're not expecting this, but Lear is close at hand to deal with it. The crunch in from tunnels does get his guns. They've been very effective on these limited rounds. Have 3D max. Can they take this one all the way? Maka, no. Khan under pressure manages to survive for the moment.
No.
And what was that? Was that through the lip of the railing?
What is
That's
happening?
ridiculous. They could do it all here. He's getting another chance. That one he's going to miss. Repositions, though, back around the boxes. There's a Molotov, and they don't need it. The headshot's enough. They don't know where Exorcise is. But a Molotov on to those new jump-up boxes just to keep him from getting an angle. Bomb planted, numbers punched in. Element of surprise is everything here, and, well, it goes the way of Xanter. 3D Max are so good at making these limited rounds look like they might be on.
Just can't convert. I think they pressed the issue too much. That's how I felt on both of those. Because the similar round earlier, didn't we, with the B opening. The 2 fast kills. Just sit back and relax a little bit more. Play it more like a gun round. Game was taking a steep turn. I think it was 11-6 for 3D Max. 11-6 and a lot of control. And they lose to the, was a force buy for Nemiga. Since then, it has been tricky. Real tricky. Do they change the tempo on the CT side? Subbing up catwalks and mid aggression, maybe pushing long or B after losing mid control. Can't help feeling that at some point they're going to try something a little bit different.
Look at the space towards catwalk. Look what they've gained, but it's Maka that they have to risk if they actually want to take that in towards the site. Smoke to set it up. They're going to brave it. They're going to brave it. Molly in towards Goose. Nade right onto Maka. Takes him down to half, and Risky's found the first. Lucky out of play. Molotov limiting Maka's options. Great flashbang, but somehow, muscle memory, he still hits it. And now, I mean, Lear was meant to be controlling the rotation, but they need him to get involved. Such a challenging fight for Khan. He knows he has to deal with Maka, and Maka will not allow it. No chance for Nemiga. 3D Max, they get them so close to the line, but when they need it most, map point is on tap.
I mean, huge round from the A players. It looked a bit scary until... if Maka doesn't find that kill... it might even be map over for 3D Max. That is how much of a tightrope they were walking. Nevertheless, they are the first to breach themselves up to 12. One opportunity to get this map done before an extra bout is required. Change it long. And Maka says, I'll leave that. In the meanwhile, these guys pushing mid are thinking, well, if this plays out long for Nemiga, maybe mid is less defended. That is a stunning trifecta. He's done it, right? Graffiti just won the map.
We wanted him to be the hero. We wanted to have those star moments. That's exactly what he's done when they need it most. The young gun. Stepping up to take his veteran teammates over the line when they need it most. And he's going to put this one to bed. A beautiful 4-piece from Graffiti. It was a quieter map, but when they need him, he answers. 3D Max. I don't think they're going to be happy about how that Dust 2 went, but a dub is a dub is a dub, and now they are 1-0 map away from a spot in the ESL Pro League.
And how does that weigh on both teams? Does that cause small mistakes in 3D Max? Does Nemiga can't have been in many games of this level of stakes and pressure? So yeah, you're right. He fumbled it quite a bit, I think, on that second half to 3D Max, but they are a good Dust 2 team. They proved it in the end. They're hardly unacquainted with the following 2 maps to come in this series. Looking good. I'm feeling good about my prediction.
Feeling good indeed, I'd imagine. But I'm still saying, look at the gumption. Look at what Nemiga have done to push 3D Max on their absolute best map, or certainly one of theirs. I don't know, man. I'm thinking we're getting a 3-map series here. I think this one's going to be close to call. I think Ancient's going to be very spicy indeed. We have seen some good things from 3D Max on Ancient. We certainly saw it yesterday against Saw, but they have to do it against an Nemiga team that we know is downright dangerous. Let's check in on our player to watch. How did Risky Bob do? Our Kadia player to watch, Mr. Risky Bob himself. It was fine. It was fine. This is the curse of the Kadia player to watch. We name them 2, and then they have either pedestrian or bad score lines. It's just how it works. But, you know, we'll just curse them this way. We'll see if he can overcome the curse, if Nemiga can overcome the map deficit when we come back from this break. And we're back into map number 2. The question is Nemiga going to be back? And into this one, Ancient. Last time they took it 13-9, but it is always tough to beat the same team twice on the same map. And 3D Max, well, they looked very capable on Ancient yesterday.
They did, but they lost. Ultimately, that was against Saw, guys. For those that missed it, Saw's pick, wasn't it? In that series, it was Saw's pick. Do you remind myself of this? Yeah, so 3D Max had a good first half and then stumbled a lot on the T side. It's coming back to me now. So I guess the focus for us would be that T side to see if they've shored up some of their issues or they can default without losing numbers. They were just getting absolutely slammed by Story in that game, despite Graffiti's best efforts. So
it does feel
if they clean that up, they do have a pretty good Ancient.
It feels reminiscent almost of what we saw on Dust 2, right? Come screaming out the gate in the first half, look very good, look very complete. And then maybe some stumbles getting to the finishing line, allowing the opponent back in, getting very close. They're fortunate in this one that they had that massive Graffiti round, that they had some big plays from Maka as well in defense of the Countwalk. Otherwise, we could be talking about this in a very different way. We could be talking about Nemiga with the chance for the 2-0.
Yeah. Not the case, though. They're playing for survival. Checking 3D Max's results, it really has been a bit of a downer recently, this map, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a surprise because they played good CS against Saw yesterday. They're playing proactive, especially on the CT side. It was good to watch. So I'm a bit surprised it's quite so down in the dumps for them. I mean, they're losing. What have we got here? A 13-2 loss against Spirit Academy. Spirit Academy is not a top team. They've got some good players, but they're not a comprehensive unit yet. So yeah. Of all the maps, this is probably the best chance for their opponents to get this to 3.
Surely it is. And then, Anubis as a decider as well. That is something that 3D Max love to play. So that's not going to be easy for Nemiga. I think they also do enjoy a bit of Anubis. So we've seen 3D Max become something of specialists on the map as well. So it does present a good picture for 3D Max to try and get this one over the line. But the picture is only that. Just a suggestion of what it might be. There's more work to be done, and that's going to come in the server. Taking over on that map, I think we had some really nice moments from Xanto, didn't we, over on that Nemiga side? Entries, really snappy rifle work, opening things up as well. He's a player that they're going to have to contend with.
He's the star player for me of this team. We love Risky Bob, love the antics, but Xanto's the one who, for the moment, feels like a prospect for the future on this team or another going down the line. So yeah, hopefully he can still have a good performance. But I'm sticking to my guns, Mike. I think I'm somewhat tempted to even say I think 3D Max might actually win this map. I know that statistically they don't look brilliant on it, but I just quite liked what I saw yesterday, and I do think these guys play really good CS when they're dialed in. There must be some weird communication mistakes because they look so good at times.
Well, we'll see if they're dialed in. We're going to dial in to Ancient. Off we go. I do want to praise a little bit as well as why the young 17-year-old for Nemiga had some very snappy rounds. He's definitely one to keep an eye on for the future, if not just in the moment of this map. Let's see. Nemiga starting on the T side. 3D Max had a 7-5 half against Saw here yesterday. See if they can do it one better.
There's 9 players here in 10 square meters. This is going to be wild and wacky. And despite the damage on Maka and Jocko, this looks good, doesn't it, for the CT side? If Graffiti can get anything out of this. Oh, they haven't checked him.
He's got it. Bomb denied, but Ecstasy's gone. Look at the health. This could be a clutch, but no, it's not to be. Nice shooting from Lucky to keep that from getting out of hand. And we have got 3D Max striking first.
Give Ecstasy the credit there for winning that round. Second kill here is crucial. Oh, looks even better on the replay. And yeah, there's actually no bomb plant for that T side, so if they do invest, it'll be lacking. They've decided to eco, so they'll be looking for AKs in the following. There's always these rounds for the CTs are about keeping players alive, and quite the opposite for Nemiga. They just want to take guns to the ground.
This could be a lot of fun, actually. How much do you want to risk it? Ooh, there it is. Actually, great success, considering what they brought into it. The Donut players are wary of getting just deathballed by pistols. Managing to find that safe corner. Nemiga get what they were looking for. So this next round will have a lot behind it, but 3D Max still content to have survived with bodies up here. That might allow them... They could invest into the AWP if they wanted. XSCs can afford it. Do they do it? Do we put it in the hands of Maka right away? No. They'll drop a rifle instead. They'll keep the money more even across the board.
Favor some aggression, I guess, with MP9s. But they're not bad if you do a crunch onto that B lane from Jaguar and mid. Round 2. Instead, though, they've opted more of a passive approach, more of a kind of site-focused move. There is some aggression, though. Look at that. Ace hunt.
Yeah. Getting frisky with the rifles instead of the MP9s.
Not necessarily the easiest point of aggression to make work. And, oh no,
Panel
that's
spam.
a straight up wallbang, isn't it?
Yep, panel spam. Player was trying to rotate through, short, and just gets caught by it. That's what makes this B defense so risky. You're really seeing teams focus in on the lineups. A lot of players, you know, they're deploying that lineup for short. They're deploying a lineup for the one of the long corners. Oh, they're deploying a lineup for Gravity's skull. And I mean, I think this one's done. There's no one left on B. 3D Max are working on dealing with the periphery. They will have the Dwight. Nothing doing there. But as this bomb gets planted down,
Prudent to save, doesn't it? I mean, unless an Nemiga really overextend.
yeah. I think it's
contain.
The value they have as well, Alan. They've got so much money and utility.
Yeah. Don't mind this, though, sticking around in CT. They can take away a couple more guns in Nemiga. It's not a bad innings. Still, give credit to Xanta. Of course, the first kill is somewhat fortunate. The second one is just mechanical prowess. And the moment he finds the second kill, 3D Max are already leading numbers elsewhere, so B was going to offer very little resistance. A T-side perspective. Okay, Nemiga on the board. 12 more to go.
Deep Molotovs, but there's no one taking space behind it, right? This is the kind of utility go for B aggression, but there isn't any. That nade is quite nice. A little tickle from the spam as well. At least going to soften some of these targets. That'll make a difference for the FAMAS. Body shots are back on the menu. Re-clear of Jag. Do they want to hold on to this position? Smoke up says yes. Molly back says no. Heavy utility exchange, and now Lear's working his way into the position. Flashbang to clear him. Maka. Bold move. Great result.
Safe, both teams really want control. Could be a bit careful for you, Max. They're showing so much presence. Xanta. Call him Mr. X-ray glasses. Must be a Q division in Nemiga.
Shadow gives it away. Lucky into the crosshair. Joko now he's going to get pinched, and the pinch not required. Risky Bob. Ain't missing. So sees next one out, but snappy on the peek into the ramp player, or the red player rather. Bomb needs to be retrieved. Needs to link up. Where do they want to go? Pressure onto Graffiti. They should know he's the B player. He should still be here. But he's backpedaling. Doesn't want to get caught in a 1v2. He'll wisely wait for reinforcements. Reveals his position, but that just baits them into the cross. The bomb's now down. He's got no time. Risky Bob can't do this.
No, sir. Very well recovered by Exorcist. I'm somewhat I don't know if his teammates, when he comes out of Donut and kills the player in Red Room, has somebody seen that... yeah, okay, now I understand. This is why you got to kill early in Red. Exorcist is really playing a dangerous game there. We had to look two completely different directions, but he plays it to perfection. Right. Pause for the winning round, for the winning team. Could be because they have no loss bonus, so quick discussion. Don't want to lose this round immediately and be forced onto pistols. And again, no AWP for... because Lucky could have dropped an AWP for sure for Maka. In fact, Maka could have bought an AWP himself, I think. Got body armor. Definitely favouring the rifles and full utility at the moment.
Hasn't really slowed him down too much before, but Graffiti will give the spam a chance. At least at this point, it feels like Nemiga have been more effective with the whole punch. Made for a bit of a clear there. We might get a mid-pinch. There's no presence in Red Room. It's all the double donut. This donut's not filled with cream. It is filled with chocolate. It's very rich, that chocolate. Gotta be careful. Not to upset your stomach. 1 for 1 there. Oh, and the double swing out from Red. The reroute from B has now netted them a man advantage and control of the middle, but the response from Nemiga is fast in towards B. And a kill that mid player. Khan, though, can't get his grip on the B site itself.
I felt like we were messing around here too long getting the bomb to a site, wasn't it? Only now has been scooped. A is the lesser defended route. Presumably Maka will start juggling Red Room soon as well. What have we got? Leah. So Leah's going off B.
It's a fake. It's entirely a fake. Have the foot cleared that up. He's routed back ramp. He got the site.
Can you explain to me what I've just watched? Why didn't he plant?
He got the site. I guess he heard Lucky and panicked. He didn't have a lot of time, but he had enough time.
Kind of have to ask what was the plan, because the plan somewhat worked.
Did he think he was the fake and his teammate had the bomb?
Seems unlikely, but somewhat looked like that.
Stranger things have occurred, but not many, stranger.
When do we start to panic here for Nemiga? 5-1? 6-1? 5 seems inevitable at the moment.
I'm gonna say 6-1. It's full alarms blaring, panic stations, right? Because this one we're not expecting much. You're right, and I mean, they're getting in towards double eco territory with that save on Lear. So it's not good.
Has 1 less kill than Nemiga.
Wow, that's astonishing. He has as many kills as the rest of his team. Actually, more. He's been doing his lifting, I suppose. Putting the team on his back, popping some squats. These exercises. And those numbers are not going to get any more casual. 3 kills found as he puts this one to rest. The AK can be retrieved at the very least, but talk about impact. 150 ADR, and it's going to get better after this.
Looking juiced up. There's exercise. Making all the gains. Okay, well, this round is somewhat of a non-starter. Exercise now officially does have more kills than Nemiga.
Yeah. He won't rest until he has more kills on the rest of the server. Both teams included.
Like only reserved for Mr. Dog.
Okay, they've tied up. They've tied up. Nemiga have tied with Exorcist.
This is the all-important tally.
This is the secondary tally we're doing here.
Yeah. If they're gonna lose, at least give us, you know, a metric to enjoy along the way. Oh, come on, give us some life.
Give us something. Just hit something fast. I always feel like, I mean, especially in these limited rounds where you've got the Tech 9 out, right? When these mid rounds are getting away from you, when the extended battles aren't working, just keep it simple. Hit B.
Just let Xanta work. Seems to be one of their lurkers. Over towards B. Actually, the undefended site. A aggression has not worked whatsoever. 3D Max, where's the money? Yeah, they need to pull the ripcord immediately on this round. Do not even attempt it. Save the guns.
Disaster. All right, there we go. They kept it relatively simple. And the aggression from 3D Max gets completely stifled. Exorcist unable to be a Herculean figure in this round.
It always looked too easy for Nemiga. I mean, I think there were 2 in A tunnels for them. Could have been 3, but I think it was 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2.
2.
And for 3D Max not to find a kill when maybe they're caught in transition or something. I'm not quite sure exactly what went wrong. It certainly didn't feel like they were taking fights at the same time. But they need to get more than that out of advanced spots like that.
Nice shot from Maka.
Maka was beastly on the CT side against Saw. It wasn't half bad on Anubis either yesterday, so if we do go the distance. Got some tenure. What have we got next? Nemiga look towards mid. Clear Jocko, and the Jocko off angle doesn't come to much. Exorcist dips his foot in the water on the sides. That is too cold. Ice cold. I'm going somewhere warmer. Central America.
9Z. You have your new player. Here's the peek. Jiggle. Maka collects. Looking for more. So I just gonna walk out to what should be a cross. Oh, okay. It's only the one, but it was a disgusting one. Hold on. Now it's 2-on-1 on the B side. They just have to go. You know he's all the way on A. Hit the site, please. You know you have a 2-on-1. This creeping style for Nemiga, it just does not suit them. And Gravity is going to collect, leaving a leader in the clutch. 15 seconds left on, and there will be no bomb plant today. You know you have an isolated player on site at most. There might not even be anyone there. Why are you shift walking through it with both play? I don't know. That one's tough. That one's tough. He's like the A player was as physically far as he could be without being pushed A main. You have to hit that timing. You just have to.
Death by hesitation. Maybe Nemiga aren't quite ready for this level. I mean, it's part and parcel of being a top CS team. You know, when press the issue. Decided to throw caution to the wind here a little bit in mid. Release Xanta. Give him some space to play with. So they do get a lot of room, granted. They're like an entry, a lot more mat. Still got Maka here to traverse and. Wow, okay, Lear just runs in Jag. Finds an opener. Jocko's gone in the meanwhile. I'm not sure what they're doing, Mike, but it's working.
Oh. Nice shot on.
They should call every round like this.
Yeah, they should.
Just run in.
Run in. Headshot people. I mean, it's what they were doing on Dust 2 so often, right? They thrive in the faster play. They thrive in running in. But they felt so timid. Oh, nice shot from Maka. Certainly can't think about going for the round. Just thinking about how to save this AWP. If he had a kit, they have all hunted a little aggressively. And you can tell from the fact that Risky Bob is panicking. But it is ultimately going to lead to him getting it pinched.
Okay. Nemiga ain't dead yet. And a tricky one for CDC. I think they're just going to eco. It will mean XCs and Maka are not on great purchase in the following, but it probably is the smarter move. Okay, well. It's a great opportunity for the T side to make a good half out of this one. And another stack for the cards. This one more pyramidal. Determined to get their family photo.
They really are. Let's see if they've got the flash on. Maka hitting this shot through his teammate's leg without chewing through his ankles is going to be very impressive if he can do it. And no one's going to give them a rumble. So 3D Max feeling very disappointed. Then no one will come play with them. We'll have to go looking for some friends instead. One kill, all they get, but it does help keep Exorcis's ridiculous numbers growing. And that's really what matters.
He's enjoying himself.
Where are we at in the count? Oh, he does have more kills than his teammates. I don't think he has more kills than Nemiga anymore.
No, Nemiga have warmed up a little. Are they up to 16, 22, 28? We'll find for Nemiga. So, he needs a couple aces. Does Exorcise to get us back on track?
Nemiga, I think, not interested in giving that over. A double shot down here in towards mid. 3D Max wanted to go for the aggression, but their flashes just did not catch. I mean, this is a save call already. They just don't know where to save yet.
I wonder if the T's had much better spawns, because that looked uber one-sided. I'm somewhat surprised 3D Max aren't playing 3 on the same site. I guess with that kill, it's
on.
I mean, it's far from an easy round, but it's just going to take one slip-up from Nemiga to make this doable. I don't think there's a kit down. Potentially one in mid, but
No.
Mac has always circled over those corners, and I don't think he's found one.
That kill should seal it. That kill should seal it. You can see Graffiti immediately takes a back step. Now he's lost lucky as well, trying to get out of there. Oh, well, just to be able to keep his gun alive. There's going to be very little for 3D Max to work with in this final round of play. This M4 could be a game changer. Or this AK could be a game changer.
Late resurgence. Some big frags in this half from Xanta. All of them had troublesome starts, but he has very truly into this game. And no save. No save for Graffiti. I think 3D Max will really regret trying to fight that after as hard as they did. Saving 3 guns would have been not so bad. But giving those away has doomed them to what is a bargain sale buy. What have we got? 1 FAMAS, 3 MP9s. The util isn't bad. But this is somewhat a map about where that's distributed. Do we have enough room to fight the mid? I like it. 2 mollies. Heavy amount of their util already expended. Crunch B. They can never get that far, and they do not. Bob's here.
It's been this mid fight that has just been the totem for Nemiga, right? 3D Max have been trying to wrest elbow control away, and Nemiga have just been headshotting in that initial engagement, clearing out the mid approach, and that is just such a game changer to an Ancient T side. It makes life so much easier when you control the middle of the map, when you have these early advantages. Got so little to work with. So, Mark is going to try and get active on the flank, perhaps? No. Just bunch up and pray they hit the site you're on. Molotov rumble. Lucky pushed further back, but he'll slide forward instead. Now Graffiti actually does connect. This 5-7 could chase. It's an op on the other side. And he will find the kill. Suddenly, the bodies are stacking up. It all falls to Zwei. How did this go so wrong? The stack pays off. The bomb dropped down on ramp. Zwei, you don't have time to go for this wrap. 20 seconds. This is pure desperation. He's dinked down by a spam back in kind. It's all over. 7 for 3D Max, a lead to take into the half. We are back in for this second half, and we've got a timeout.
I don't think there's 5 players on the server for 3D
the
Max.
half. Yeah, that
We're missing a Exorcist at the moment.
That is a big player to miss, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe they had like a bit of an argument in the break between the halves. He's like, just play without me then. If you want to be like that. We'll see what happens.
That would be classic French CS, but I don't think that's the reason. And he's back.
Okay, he's just teasing.
Quick, popped off to the loo.
Does Nemiga really want this Pro League spot? Because I respect us two as close, but I need to see some real fire. Let's go. Come on.
Dooley's up. Flashbang for it. Telling you right now, put the 2 Doolies together. They're not together. Never mind. My dreams are done. Where's the flash? Flash is in the right spot, so they're going to flash through the smoke. Actually, it might be the Doolies together, right? Xanter's going to set up for the window peek. They've got players in Donut. Here comes the flash. Here comes the flash. Here comes the flash. No flash. No flash. He's just swinging. Why didn't he throw the flash? Anyway, kills have worked out. It's 2-on-2. Bomb is down. Someone else can pick up the flash, I guess, and throw it. John, nice kill. Double swing. It works out, but that... Alan, the play was clearly designed. You throw the flash through Red Room. You've got the players pushing Cave and Donut, and you can crunch onto mid. It's a great design. Why didn't you throw the flash?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the idea is to advance more up Donut before swinging. I'm not sure. It worked, though. Just about. So you can't complain that much. To their chances in this series as their progression to Pro League. More so for Nemiga than 3D Max. I don't think Nemiga's in Pro League if they don't win this series.
Khan. The one. Zwei going forward. That's not so good. But the chew up from the MP9s is very much so. Risky Bob making himself some money. Here's Arcadia player to watch. Now he's looking like the rich player to watch after that round.
Well, this is just an eco. It appears we might have the game on our hands. Didn't always look like it. This one clean. Looks likely so far.
Clean ass. Spotless. No spills or stains here. And that's how you like to start this CT side. Money in the bank, cash flow available, casualties kept to an absolute minimum. Did they go true bonus round, or do we get any upgrades? True bonus round. I mean, with the cash flow they've got, you understand it.
It's not too bad. I'm not sure they'll need to do anything unorthodox with this. Still, they're going to pause. Not totally sure why. Maybe a quick discussion about how they're going to open up this gun round, or maybe they have a set play that they need to quickly reiterate and make sure everybody knows the chess piece they're going to play. So at least respecting the pressure, the enormity of these rounds now. Every gun round puts you closer to the ultimate prize.
Double setup here deep. In A main. XOC's just on the other side. That was lighting the world on fire in the first half. They could use a spark here. Very conservative. Joko gonna get that kill. Top of box, Xanther out of play. Now that might have them convene. Exorcist is caught from the A main presence. That's gonna pull Lucky back to focus in. And a smoke down does stall them out. Khan able to do a little bit of this stall mechanics. Do they respect his cave smoke? Seems like yes. Trying to set up the ramp fight. Good damage done onto Joko, and now teammates close at hand. And 3D Max are bailing. 3D Max are bailing out. And it's the right read. Nemiga are out of position, though that will quickly be something they address. And so 3D Max actually redouble their efforts towards B ramp. Looked like they wanted the A play for a moment, but something has spooked them. And back into the crosshair of Khan they go. Risky and Khan combining just to make sure this one's not going to be a possibility. 25 seconds. No more chance to bail out of this. No real chance at this bomb plant. Beautiful hold on B.
Huge round. That one kill from Khan was massive too. 3D Max didn't have any smokes left. So as soon as Khan finds the first on the forces advancing up the ramp, it's not only a kill, it's an early warning system. From there, it's pretty much impossible. So a crucial round, a critical juncture slips the way of the CIS squad. Second pause primed by 3D Max. No doubt a quick discussion. First of all, about the finances, they're going to half buy this. But more I'd have thought about future gun rounds. What sort of rounds we want to run. Where are Nemiga leaving open? But they're running out of time to solve this riddle. Or we'll be on Anubis.
Still this team on 5 techies. They're not just going to death ball. Split up. With many Molotovs into the elbow. Some nades to rattle them on this early B main control. They want to crunch mid. That is the design. Crunch mid, blow up donut, presumably. No, cave control. All right. Nice nade onto Khan. A lot more work to do, though. Oh, man, you wish Lear had a molly. But a smoke will have to suffice. He's going to be overwhelmed. They're going to go right through it. He's not looking, anticipating a flashbang that never comes. Now the site's been lost. The bomb will be planted. This is going to be a tough retake. Tech9's running down Khan. That's a massive find early. Walking the smoke. Ambitious, to say the least. And they're out of there.
That feels like a pretty big hurdle. Nemiga's just tripped over, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
I'm not sure what he's planning here.
What?
A ninja surely isn't my card. No. Audacious.
I like it. I like it. I mean, it's not going to work. We obviously know that, but they had the money. So if there hadn't been a player looping in towards cave, if they decided to save as a collective, that could have worked. Even if the player had pushed down ramp. Like, it could have theoretically just been far enough away.
I mean, he takes his gun away, so it's kind of a... It's an on-loss in his gun. Why not?
It looks funny because it doesn't work. But if it did work, we would be laughing at 3D Max instead. Xanther.
That's revenge. That's revenge.
Didn't get the kill, but that's still definitely a little exercise in, hey, look, I can do it too. All moving in towards B. They've got full A control. Trade out onto Xanther. This could be risky, right? They've split the map, and they're cleaning up that A side. Exorcist is like, come on, guys. But they've already committed.
Hey, these A guys need to speed up now. Because these... How much speed we got here? 14 on Maka. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. What a tremendous round from 3D Max. They had both bomb sites here. It was never a contest.
Not at all.
I can't imagine the Nemiga money's going to be in a good place either after this. It's not.
It's better than you would think, considering these last 2 rounds. But, yeah, they're going to have to take the eco here.
Ecstasies is hell-bent on going to Pro League at the moment. This is ridiculous.
His teammates have caught up a little bit. It's no longer purely the Ecstasies show. But it's still close. First one found. Nice flashbang to set up Lucky as well. Risky ball, but never saw his opponent. 2 players down. Any danger we had in this eco is quickly fading away.
This is what the doctor ordered. It's going to give 3D Max a pretty big buffer, isn't it? At least 2 gun rounds now in reserve. They're close, man. They're really close now.
I'll say it.
Critical gun round. I mean, Nemiga are running out of time.
Yeah, this one feels do or die, to be honest. I mean, they're playing for overtime if it's not. That's why they're taking their last time out here. This one feels do or die, considering how strong of a start this was. To the half. All of your momentum has evaporated.
Just checking the scorelines actually from the Sangao Nemiga. That was the upper bracket final. Nemiga were never actually in position to win that series. At no point were they near, securing it. They lost their 2 maps. It's 13-7 and 13-8. So it's not like they've had one chance snapped away. I need to make it 2. Bit of a miss on there. Double red room smoke. Not necessary.
Nice nade on. Lear softened up early on. That's not what you want when you know how desperate this round is for you. And look at this. They've got the stack on B. They've been trying to anticipate this because the B ramp and cave fights have been going against them so much. But instead, we have 3D Max with heavy presence on the left half of the map. As I say that, they've got to make me wrong, so they're rotating back around. Maka retrieving util in spawn? What's he looking for?
I think he's looking for a smoke, but I don't think that smoke exists because they double smoked red room at the start.
Well, some unfortunate arithmetic, perhaps. But as the old saying goes, every utility error can be compensated for with headshots. And they know they've just rumbled the A defense. I think they spotted the donut pixel spot. And so they're using that as a little bit of a fake. Look at how much gravity it has pulled Nemiga towards this A side of the map. There's still presence in donut. And meanwhile, 3D Max is setting up this B take. 1 kill would sell this. But Maka can't find it. It's still done enough. The defense is softened up. This stack is gone. Khan will find the 1, the second as well, but he is traded. It's a man advantage still. And Maka needs to get closer to this. Bomb retrieved, but the retake's already on, and there's just no time for Maka to get implicated. I don't know what he was waiting for. With the lack of success on that B take, they'll just have to sit in his haunches for this one.
I was wondering if he disconnected for a second. It looked disjointed. Yeah, no, 3D Max could never quite solve the puzzle there. So, Nemiga hold on forever. Khan's 2 kills there are mission critical. They live a little bit longer. Still, though, the finances for this CT side are not good. Not good. They're on a knife edge. One round lost without saves, and they're in big trouble in this series. Jocko straight in, flashbang behind him. That has not worked. Freedy Max try to change the pace, but they get no reward.
Because Bulwark for Nemiga has held strong in the critical moment. Get this one over the line. Ooh, 1 for 1 there. Not just yet, but look at Lear. Lear wants to go for a cheeky peek. He's just sticking to the spam right now. At some point, they're going to wrap this, and so through the smoke, they go into the blender that is Xanter. Op even retrieved Nemiga. It got so close to disaster this half, but now prime position to close this next round to secure map point, and that final timeout comes out from 3D Max.
No surprises really to see this third and final pause. This is the definition of so close yet so far away. 2 rounds to secure OT, 3 to win the series, 3 to go to Pro League. And it just feels pretty... I think if it was laboured, doesn't it, on this T side of 3D Max, there's no easy round. In fact, the easiest round was that Tech 9 armor round. They overwhelmed B. Can they conjure up some magic? Just, you know, just get Exorcies in some good fights. He's gonna do damage. There you go in this round. Looks like mid. First. The delayed move. Here come those flashes. Here we go. Mac is in Jag. As Lear goes for the swing. That was creative.
Ambitious.
We'd call him a genius if it would have worked.
I mean, it's heavy damage done, so maybe a teammate can follow it up, but there's the follow-up.
That was a high HP player as well.
That was a headshot. Straight up. Makes it look a whole lot better now.
Big gap in this map for Nemiga. I'm surprised so tunnel visioned on B.
Well, you think about the way they've been getting bullied the last few. It is understandable, but right now 3D Max are not doing anything to exploit it. They've hit the pause. 50 seconds on the clock. They're wary of that A main aggression potentially coming through.
Yeah, Zway's also leaning off A because I feel like he's got to cover off mid and A. He smoked A tunnels. Guess the spot as a player jumps up, sees the bomb as well on the jump spot. This is a really tough round to win now for the B side. Can they readjust?
I mean, now it has to be that B, but it's down to just the 1v1. It's Exorcist, though. This guy's been unreal. Nade pop, and it reveals the player! We are all tied up. He took a break here in the middle of the map, but just when they need him, it's the hero once more. That nade pop is brilliant. You feel for Khan, just exposed, seeing his cover stripped away, and knowing exactly what's coming down next.
Inspired. It felt... Once Way found that kill, I really thought it was over.
Well, it felt like they misread it, right? They saw Zway in mid, and they thought that that meant more presence on towards A. We're racing into the stack on B. It just doesn't feel like they've had a feel for it these last couple rounds.
Look at the buy for Nemiga. They have nothing in reserve if they lose this round. 1 M4. 4 pieces of util remaining. For a Hail Mary with this aggression in B. Response from 3D Max. They need to overwhelm the donut player immediately, and they do. Risky Bob is gone. What have we got? Pistol in CT. Zway's on the boost. Does he get cleared? No, he does not. And the low HP bars doom 3D Max. Dying Embers stuff here from Nemiga. They might have just saved themselves.
They might have done. 3D Max. Fatal flaws. Massive blunders. Anticipation from Lucky. Gets the flank. This isn't done. Down to the 1. Down to the 1, but he can't snap around. Lear makes sure of it. It comes down to the wire, but the big mistake there for 3D Max is not realizing that if you haven't seen Sway and you're taking A, you gotta be ready for him. You gotta anticipate. Just no clear towards tree. It's not something that Nemiga have deployed so far in this map, and
That's a huge mistake made.
Took that one chance too many. And now it's 3D Max with car boot sell by to try and salvage the map. 2 AKs, but barely any util left. They've used quite a lot actually to default. And I say that in inverted commas because they haven't actually got any room on their default. What do you call from here, Nemiga? That makes it easier.
Oh,
okay.
Now pressure on massively on the shoulders of Nemiga. You breathed a sigh of relief after the last one, getting done with pistols and SMGs, but it ain't done. And they've totally abandoned B. They totally abandoned B. A full rotate off. 3D Max being the bomb this way. No one to defend the site. I mean, the double window peek could get something, but Maka's going to see this. Maka has seen this indeed, and he's taken down both prongs of the approach. They've softened this up. He spots a third. That just propels his teammates into what is now a vacant site. The bomb will be planted, and there's just too many crosshairs. You don't have the util for this retake either. It's one flash to get them through the choke point. There's that flash deployed. Now it's just down to the guns. 4 targets to find. Time quickly expiring. Risky Bob down for the count. It's all on to Lear, and the IGL cannot get it done. We're going to overtime here, Alan. We're getting more ancient.
27 for Excease in the end. Some on the map that deserved overtime. Quite the roller coaster. It's been absolutely brutal these last few rounds. Neither team capitalizing on their opportunity against Sabai, but that is gone now. Full buys galore for him from here on out. 16 is the magic number. You're 4 rounds from Pro League, 3D Max. You can do it.
Well, we'll see if they can get lucky here on the first engagement. That's for sure. What a shot from Maka. The dink was even better. And then his teammates made! No! What? No! What? They've overheated. They've overheated. Ecstasy's trying to pop the smoke to join his teammate. Takes his teammate out of play. Oh, no.
Oh,
he said, Maka, don't worry, I'll trade you.
Literally.
Just wasn't quite how it should have gone.
Oh, lost in translation.
Hold on, Exorcist is through A. But Risky Bob is through A main. Who's going to figure this out first?
Joko has pretty convinced his B at the moment.
Totally missed Risky Bob.
Their ways soon.
To be fair, right now Risky Bob is calming. I've cleared main. I've cleared mid. I've cleared donut. He just doesn't know he's totally missed.
Ecstasy is having the opposite problem. He's like,
all right, I've cleared spawn.
There appear to be no CTs.
The thing is, their information gathering should leave them with the correct answer, which is that we haven't cleared donut. That is the only spot that this A player could be. And so, indeed, the smoke goes down. The bomb plant is on. That's an interesting smoke choice. Fortunately, the plant came through, but Risky Bob will make sure that's all that comes through, and it's Nemiga first in overtime.
It's like a bizarre ending.
Bizarre round.
Yeah, I mean... the nade makes us forget about... The kill Maka got as he comes through the smoke was kind of equally ridiculous. To dink for his trouble, then Ecstasy clearly didn't get the memo about pushing the smoke that early. Well, it's comedic, a bit cartoonish, but rounds are rounds, and Nemiga's now in the lead. See Didn't cook any more for us. They found 3 AKs as well. That's not too bad. 8 of those on the server. Mac is back for more in mid. I'm watching that name from Ecstasy.
Yeah, maybe keep that nade in your pocket for now. Almost left on the lurker. Got good space here in towards mid. Risky Bob trying to find some damage, and there's a bit, but it's nothing conclusive. This is really good control for 3D Max. They're up by red. They've got Jaguar control. This is really good spacing for a T side. And you can tell Nemiga are feeling a bit of the pressure because they need to get something back.
That was an extremely risky peek from Dancer, given that his teammates are loading elsewhere on the map.
Clear. What a labored spray. And Maka does go 1 for 1. That's probably enough here. The reinforcements are coming at the right moment. The cave presence is a problem, is a risk. Utilities down. They don't realize Santa was still on the site. Players are walking out of cave and not looking in his direction at all. Oh, massive spray held. Some of these labored engagements, but Khan will finish the job on Graffiti. No one's watching for this ramp peak. What's the timing? Lucky, not looking, back turned. It all falls to Exorcise. He has to be the hero once more. He's putting on his cape right now. Taking off the glasses. There's no smoke, but there are 2 flashes to make his life difficult. Never mind. All onto that op. Time expiring. Khan has to get on the stick. He knows it. And Exorcise, he's won this. By the clock, by the gun. It won't matter how he gets the job done. Just that he does. Welcome to the clutch indeed.
These are getting scrappy, these rounds. Okay. Well. A bit of a mess. 3D Max nonetheless win it. Long engagements were important. Where does that leave us? 13 apiece. Money, of course, not going to be a problem either side. Another heavy mid round. B rush straight in B. What a change of pace. 3D Max blindside, I think, by that initial movement. Society is claimed, but more CS left to be played here.
Yes, indeed. And just with these numbers in cave, right? It's hard to get the bomb down with all that spam. Molotov allows them to do it. And Lucky, when he realized... Oh, I was going to say when he realized that CT is clear would give them a strong base to fight from, but losing the ramp player already not to make this any easier. They need something. Somewhere. Joker will not be it. It's a full retake on lead for Nemiga as we swap sides.
That was the best round for ages, I think. A comprehensive hold from that defense. And to claim 2 isn't too shabby. 2 to go. 16. Name of the game for Nemiga. Santa. And even our Kadia player to watch, for once, is having a good game. I didn't think that was allowed. All the stars of map 1 for 3D Max have not arrived to play yet.
That helps. And as well, Exorcise can't get anything more, though. Stuck in towards the elbow. He is pitted down. Joker's out of play, so he won't be shining in this one. Maka with that AWP, he may be the one under pressure, right? They're starting to inch closer to an A take, and it is just Maka here. He's got util. First piece goes out. Oh, the timing on this peak is massive. This would be the bomb found, and indeed it is. Lucky will be that star today. They just give it up, though, knowing that it's going to whittle so much time off the clock as Nemiga panic about which way it could be headed. Now they can reroute, reposition.
Surely Nemiga invests a massive cognitive function now as well, trying to root out where these players are. They decided to shift in mid. Both teams have the same idea. Nemiga the lines. Oh, my lord. Risky Bob, our hero, might have just saved the round for Nemiga. Maka will attempt this, I think, being overtime, but he is a tall order up against him. Hope he finds a kit en route, and he does.
Meeting of the minds, but it's all about the Bob.
Does he have time to mess around all of this?
Just about. But we have seen that clock be a problem for 3D Max before, so we'll see if he's got that sense timing. Yeah, shift walking his way all the way through here. You don't know that he's ever just going to get the chance for this. It'll have to be a ninja. This has to be a stick. And dead.
Okay, 2 chances.
The problem with those ninjas in overtime is there's just no reason. There's no reason for them to hunt, right? So there's no reason for them to get off the site, and it just doesn't work in the same way. Two chances to close. You're absolutely right, Alan.
I think if I'm lucky, I'm looking at my teammates saying, I've given you that round on a platter with something inspired, and even so, it didn't truly look competitive.
It's Anubis if we get to it, which is a map that's fine for 3D Max. They've liked it quite a bit since its introduction into the pool, but it's something that's become quite comfortable as well for Nemiga. Had great success.
Such a boogeyman, this map.
Oh, seems like we're taking a little bit of a pause here. Hopefully whatever issue is resolved quickly. Instead, you get to look at our faces instead of the lush jungle of Ancient.
Why not?
You can look at
some refreshing scenery. Oh, we're back.
Oh, all right.
That's enough of us.
That's about as much of my own face as I like to look at.
That's our contractual obliged.
Oh! Molly into you teammates, but that's a great way to start this round. Must win. And you're not quite getting the util you were hoping for. So this elbow fight could get risky. The nade is good. They need kills. And they will not have them. Maka out of play. It has not been his map. He will not get a chance to avenge that fact. Pressure into Donut. Lucky's thinking about going through the smoke. Would need to wait for teammates' contact. Here's that contact. Joko's got nothing. Flanked out of it. It has to be Exorcise. Not happening. Lucky 1 on the flank is simply not enough. A 2-on-4 here. Knowing that this window peak could still come through, and now he is the only one. Gets that flank. But Risky Bob has slipped past him in the donut, and it will be a blind side shot to finish this. Risky Bob lighting the way for his team once more. 3 big kills in that final round. And it is Nemiga on top. We're going to Anubis. Overtime was required, but Alan, it felt like in overtime, 3D Max just ran out of gas.
Yeah, I mean, we could also potentially could look back at that first half and say, well, if Exorcise isn't a complete monster, is it even a close map? It's pretty debatable. Something I will mention, Mike, that I'm sure people watching might have concluded, is Nemiga are scheduled to play a grand final on LAN in 55 minutes. We'll keep you guys posted with what that means for us. But I've been in this position enough times to know that there might be no more CS today. That is quite possible, I think. Something's got to give. Grand final on LAN isn't something to be scoffed at.
Pro League spot isn't something to be scoffed at.
Yeah, I know.
Either.
Well, what do you do? I mean, I guess maybe they could forfeit map 1 of the concurrent events, but it's an unenviable position.
Oh boy. Lightning round it. Every round is just a rush. Every round of their T side is going to be a rush. I understand now why we had the abbreviated breaks between maps, and that means we're probably going to have an abbreviated break between this one. Risky Bob having a hell of a map, 27 and 15. Trying to match Exorcise there, so congratulations to Risky Bob, our Kadia player to watch.
Of course, let's just assume there will be a third map for now.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Alan, I just want a Kadia see if we're going to get a final map of play. That's my player to watch. Do we get a third?
Is the meta from 3D Max to stall this out long enough that Nemiga has to forfeit?
It's dirty, but I mean they took that one to overtime. So if you want to play those semantics, they have. As said, guys, we'll keep you posted. I'd be surprised. Something's got to give, surely. Either some games getting moved. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, at the moment, a bit of an untenable situation. Are they playing this game on their LAN setup? If they are, then maybe they could run it until 10 minutes to the hour, but I don't know, Mike. You know how broadcasts work. Maybe they need them 30 minutes before or something. Who knows? Who knows?
We'll find out when we come back from this break. Speedrun time for Nemiga. We're going to a map 3. ESL Pro League is on the line, and theoretically, Nemiga is starting a grand final in another tournament in 45 minutes. So, how's this one going to work? And this one isn't even the usual online tomfoolery. This one's they're in person for. So, Alan, what is this going to look like?
I see scenario I haven't seen anything like it before. Not where it's gone this close. Normally, It's obvious what the decision is going to be. So yeah, let's hold our horses. Obviously, we hope to continue seeing Counter-Strike here, but as I said before we hit the break, something's got to give. Their finals going later, or we're not playing a third map. I suspect at the moment, all indications say we are, so I assume we're going in. But
I assume we're going in.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard nothing to the otherwise, guys. Everything we heard, and it had not much to be fair. There's no indication that we're not going live with this third and final map right now.
It's a tough choice, right? Spot in Pro League, $150,000 first place prize over in RES. So my guess is we're going to see Nemiga run it down every possible round that they can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually going to do something incredibly studious, Mike. I'm going to actually look up the qualification routes into the next Pro League, because that might be what they're doing at the moment to make sure they know exactly what it is.
I think it's this or ranking points. I think
there
it's this or ranking
are not that
points.
many ranking invites because of the Challenger Leagues.
I think they're doing
Atlanta and Cato.
They might be doing one regional qualifier for this, or is that only for Dallas?
That's not for potentially for the second Pro League, but not the first.
Yeah, there you go.
So there are 4 Valve ranking spots invites into the first stage. There are 8, so 12 total, which will pretty much all be occupied by the best teams in the world. You're not getting an invite if you're in Nemiga. I don't know what you do, Mike. It's a lot of money for those players and where they're from.
You run it down. Lock the door to your practice room, run it down, and wait for the admin to break through. Try and win this map before the admins break through. If the RES admins have a battering ram right now, I would recommend getting that ready.
I presume at the moment they're campaigning for a half an hour delay to the other concurrent grand final, but equally the concurrent event here, they're not forced to bend to a team's will.
No. I will say the one thing potentially working in their favor is I don't think RES has a crowd from what I've seen. I believe it is full studio. So I don't think there's going to be a live audience to disappoint, which might give them a little bit more wiggle room on this.
Or just a 45-minute pre-show for the desk. We've all been there. Maybe a gigafill to come. So yeah, we'll wait and see, guys. I would already say with confidence, Mike, the fact that we haven't gone in game yet spells a discussion is happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, let's get an update here. Do we have any word on what's going on with this match starting? This is fun. You don't usually do a pre-show. Usually when we're doing a pre-show, we're analyzing why certain players are going to perform or when they're going to make a difference. We've just been told it should start soon. Normally, we're analyzing the factors that might change the game in the server. Right now, we're analyzing the factors outside of it.
Right, I think let's get up the socials of our concurrent event and see if they're saying anything.
Haven't yet.
They haven't said anything. I mean, they tweeted They tweeted out about an hour ago saying our final is going live in 2 hours.
Yep, streaming live. They put the date up. Unpaid against Nemiga.
There's players
No
on the
comments
server.
on that.
There's players on the server. Of course, we heard in our ears that it should be going live soon. Somewhat feels like 3D Max are stringing it out a bit. I think they're not all on the server yet, as far as HOTV goes. Why not?
Nemiga's just spamming like, please, please, please start, please start, please start.
I mean, 3D Max has probably got 20 minutes of tech pools or something in them as well. If they really want to play that
I don't
game,
think they
but-
do that.
Yeah,
but they
be the
might
most
take their time with the
sportsman, but-
bathrooms, having a snack, maybe going out for a quick smoke. They are a French team after all. Yeah, you know, might just have to take the time with this one.
Well, we hope we're live soon. I think I'm actually going to message someone on the concurrent show to see what's going on over there, because they're on the other side of the coin at the moment. They might even be listening.
They might even be listening, checking. I mean, they might have been told we're going live as soon as this map ends, so they may be watching this right now, praying that it's a quick one. Because yeah, now we're 40 minutes. We're sub 40 minutes to that final theoretically going live, and we have not started our server. We'll keep this live because frankly, this is very entertaining.
We'll do this all live.
We'll do this all live. We're doing this has become a journalistic endeavor now instead of a pre-show for a match.
Who's most
We're gonna
likely
figure out
to
if this
reply
game's going
on their
live.
show, Mike?
Ooh,
Michael, I think.
Yeah, we've got a few.
Good message.
Young
Hector.
Yumi might let us know. I think they've also got, who else is there? Jay and Dwagger there, right? I don't know who's potentially casting this one. Just check the Liquipedia broadcast listing. Get in the WhatsApp, Alan. Let us know what's going on.
This is real journalism, guys. This is the real stuff.
Actively happening. Oh, we're just trying to figure this out. Thank you for bearing with us while we figure this out. If it does happen, if it does go into the server, I mean, our guy Risky Bob was looking very good over on Ancient. I think for 3D Max, it was that all the pieces weren't firing, right? We saw really soft games from Maka and Joko, and considering what they had done on Dust 2, that's just unfortunate. That's unfortunate for 3D Max's camp.
All right, the message is the die is cast.
The die is cast.
Hopefully, we'll find out what's
message
going
Heku.
on. I mean, it's not the way we want to end this, but every minute that passes, frankly, puts the Frenchman closer to Pro League.
Yeah. Stall
so-
tactics might just be enough. Oh boy.
Unofficially, okay. Well, I've heard from 2 people on the concurrent show.
Okay, what is their word? What's the scoop here? Silent
They're
reporter
not
Alan
necessarily
Hender.
in the loop would be the polite way to phrase it. I don't think anybody. I think nobody's made a decision. It would be at least nobody's made a conveyed decision yet. Would be the way to phrase it.
And based on the fact that nothing's happened on our end, I would guess that nothing's
we've got-
made a confirmed decision here either.
I've got both people I messaged are telling me that they suspect they'll be delayed for our sake, but they don't know. I don't think this is not official information. Let's put it that way.
All right.
But
No word from the admin teams.
no word from the admin team.
We're still waiting on a 5th for 3D Max getting in the server. Right now, it looks like Maka's taking a block.
This is unreal.
This is too funny. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, given HOTV, it's still the case that 3D Max don't have 5 on the server. So I'm not going to accuse them of playing games, but
I mean, they're taking their break,
they're not. Yeah,
and I respect it. You know, these are the rules as written. You want to try and play funny with the rules. I mean, surely if you're Nemiga, right, you didn't necessarily expect to go deep in both events, right? Making the finals and the lower bracket or the consolidation final of ECL at the same time is just not something you could have planned for. So you're trying to maximize your opportunities to get opportunities in events, to get ranking points. That's all the question. So it's understandable from their perspective to have made this decision. But the question is just, once you hit that point, something's got to give. As you so aptly put it, Alan, something has to give.
It's an untenable situation. I could certainly see why the people running the concurrent event would put their foot down, and some of them wouldn't want to bend. But this, it is the reality. Also, keep in mind that for those that aren't aware, the normal scheduled time for an ECL EU game, at least in the playoffs, would be 7 p.m. Central. 3D Max already caved to a 2-hour early start to accommodate their opposition here. And I would certainly understand if 3D Max themselves are also not super happy, because they have already bent. Now we've got another delay, seemingly, if we go live with this. They've done nothing wrong, and we're in a slightly bizarre scenario. Apparently the knife round has started, Mike.
Hey, let's go then.
We might be getting some Counter-Strike.
Let's go in. Let's go. Lock in this map. Knife round has started. It hasn't started on our console yet, but I'm excited to see this. Let's get weird. Let's get weird with it. Sure, why not? Shout outs to the broadcast on RES. I hope you look forward to your incredibly long desk. Honestly, I hope they just cast the game.
Have they actually gone live on their end?
No, not yet. Not yet. But theoretically, if we're talking half-hour desk pre-show, they would presumably rip that in about 4 minutes. So if you're watching this right now, guys, sorry, not our fault, but good luck. Good luck with that one. I hope you've got a lot to talk about Nemiga versus Unpaid.
Yeah. So we must have been on now for about 10 minutes. So so it's a solid slowdown. Certainly.
Considering we were ripping through every break beforehand.
Exactly. Yeah, we were doing 10-minute breaks between the maps, guys, to try and speed us up as fast as humanly possible. And I think production wanted us to throw to a break. We don't break.
We don't break.
We just plow through and give the fans the real stuff.
We yap. We do active reporting to try and figure this out. If anyone's joining us just now and wants the full context, we will present it as best we can. So this is the consolidation final in ESL Challenger League. The winner of this series goes to the Pro League next season. That is a hugely coveted spot. 3D Max and Nemiga, it's gone to a third map. It was an overtime game on the second. We had already moved up the initial start time of this 2 hours to accommodate for the fact that Nemiga are in the grand final of the RES event taking place in Serbia right now as well. And that final is supposed to start in half an hour. So our map is starting. Nemiga better get a move on, and it looks like this one's going to be a fast one in towards B. But imagine we're going to get a lot of fast rounds here, as Nemiga are feeling the pressure. Bomb plant on that already is secured. And 3D Max, a full 5-on-5 retake. If you're 3D Max, do you go as slow as possible in this retake?
I think the die is cast. I think this game is going to happen no matter what to the end. So now you got to do it on the server. Focus up the lines. How has nobody died yet? Now we get a flurry of frags. Tuva's answered. Knives are out for Maka. What is happening on this pistol round? There's no kit.
There's no kit.
It's over.
That's why he's won it.
It's
That's
over.
why he's won it. He just had to make sure. Oh, he's even got a little parting gift. Why not?
Terrorists win.
I mean, the knife from Maka is going to help a whole lot with investing into this round if they want to. Or saving for the op, I suppose. But it is Nemiga with the pistol.
I will say it actually, obviously we joke about a little bit about the circumstances surrounding this game and such. If you're 3D Max, it's actually really hard to focus. Because you're the team that I can assure you some of them thought they're about to get a default win. And now they're going to play. So, keep your head. Keep your head in this situation. As mentioned, guys, I believe it's 12 invite slots from Global Valve Ranking for the next season of Pro League. Of course, those invites will be handed out much nearer the time. The only other spot yet to be handed out will be Challenger Katowice next weekend.
That's the last
Maybe
attempt.
there's
That one.
nothing currently. See how recent.
Boy Xanter! Oh, boy Xanter! Oh my goodness, it was just the pistols, but ooh, boy. He's starting off where he left off in previous. Lethal. He has not cooled down. That's good to see. If anything, maybe the time pressure heats him up.
Yeah, I wonder what your headspace is at here if you're an Nemiga. Because they wouldn't be. I presume the coach took on a lot of the discussions. So hopefully the players stayed focused. Feels like a very strange game now. You gotta keep your eyes on the prize.
I tell you, whatever way this does go.
There will be some tweets after this, whoever wins. From the leaders.
Whatever way this does go. I wouldn't say Nemiga are going to be super well rested for their grand final after this.
No.
Not very
This is
well
their-
prepped or
yeah, this is
prepared.
their second free map series. Was it a 2-0 over Fnatic? I think it was a 2-0. It's the fifth map of the day. Yeah, fifth map of the day. The grand final to follow.
Alright, just never stop playing CS, apparently. Maka and Exorcist. Got their openers here. Oh, but oh my goodness, they've just been swept off the site. They've just completely swept off. It's Lucky. And Lucky gone. That was looking good for a hold for a moment. That AWP was rewarding them, and then boom. Just evaporate. Lack of util, maybe catching them, but Nemiga just overwhelming the site.
They're gunning for a speed run at the moment. It's going to be a heavy eco. Those openers again. See if we get anywhere we want to be looking. And for a moment, it was quite an even affair, but the site defenders got utterly overwhelmed. Never get a good engagement. It's going to leave 3D Max on the pistols. Maka! Did you see what gun Maka had there? There is an
I actually
RA on
didn't.
the ground.
Love it. It's high noon. It's high noon. He's saying, you know what? This has gotten into an insane situation. Might as well contribute towards it.
If you just keep feeding the insanity, maybe it grows. That's how it works.
I think so. You're not ready for the Graffiti 5-7 4-piece right now.
No, because it's not going to happen.
You're not ready for it.
It's not going to happen. You're
Like,
lying.
go walk through the smoke, just sets it up. Okay, now it has to. Yeah, okay, it's not gonna happen. I do a little lying, a little deception.
Truth
All right, first
masseuse, we call them.
timeout deployed here. That's the American way right now. 3D Max. Looking to
We'll have a
fix some
good
things.
election cycle.
Oh God, we really don't. Please just let it be over. I'm so close to being free.
It's our version of you watching like royal family drama. Our version
Yep.
is watching your election drama.
But I just don't actually care about that royal family drama. It won't actually affect anything. My election drama affects a lot, unfortunately.
I don't know. I've read Harry's book that affected my psychology. Sadly.
Did you read it? Was it worth a read?
No, I didn't. I haven't read it, but I know there are some pretty wild, salacious stories in it.
But you don't have to read the book for that. You just have to read the Daily Mail. For the excerpts
The fountain of all truthful and accurately delivered information. The HOTV forums of the news world. Give us some spice, 3D Max. I can't have you lose 16-3 after all this.
I really do think they might just be playing slow intentionally. Out of spite. Here we go. A swing it back in and nothing doing. Just demolished from Nemiga. I mean, this is the problem with trying to play slow on this map. If that is indeed what they're doing, is Anubis is hard to hold sights on. You kind of have to give yourself some sort of an edge. You have to go for that aggression, right? It's the hallmark of how CT sides work here. It's either B main, A main, down mid. You gotta do something creative. And so far for 3D Max, this has been limp.
Yeah, I mean, sitting on the sides is not a winning strategy. This is a map where you have to, the risk of getting CT pushes wrong or pushing at the wrong time is less than the risk of sitting on the site. That's the standard. It's not like a regular map. Take a Mirage. Mirage, you're not going to randomly push parts of the map because you feel like it. Because you can retake the sites, you can play the crossfires. That is not the case for Anubis. Gotta be prepared to slam it on the table.
Let's see if they can find something to slam on the table in this one. Might be finding themselves just a little bit short. But Graffiti, we have seen these hero moments for him. We have seen his flashes of brilliance. He's got the rifle. And they're walking into an empty site. And this one is done. Well done, Nemiga. You have chosen correctly. That was the right chalice here.
It was Mackie yesterday. Moving so much on the defense. Khan surely gets overwhelmed. A good go of it at the moment. I don't think he knows about Graffiti. But plenty of bodies to the grave with him.
They can't even get that off. It's so risky. It's so risky. Maka has
loves
it.
a re-peek.
Run, Maka, run. No way he gets away from this round. Indeed, he's done. 6-0, nothing saved through. A bye will come in the next regardless, but they just got bulldozed out of that round.
Oh, they need a bucket of water over the head, don't they, on the CT side?
I mean, right now it's looking like Nemiga might just keep that other tournament on time.
That would be the ultimate. They're all
The timer on their stream reads 28 minutes to me, assuming there's like a 4-minute delay in there, which there might be, there might not be.
Well, potentially, I would understand if they might be going on to say what's going on.
Presumably they get the desk on, you know, give them an extra 20 minutes, half an hour.
That's the dream.
So I think Nemiga might make their call time.
Playing like it at the moment, it is relentless. And 3D Max, for the life of them, just can't open up a round in a good position. They do have free here on B, but the easiest event at the best of times. And I just get a horrible feeling you're about to get overwhelmed yet again. Graffiti is tagged so low. Oh, this is a nightmare defense at the moment.
It's a safe. Exorcist's about to get dropped on. He's about to get dropped on. As soon as he pulls this trigger, Khan's actually gone away from it. Come on. Come back, Khan. Okay, hold on. Hold on. He was already getting in position for the hunt. Now it's just, it needs to be the clutch. The bomb's not down, so fortunately for him, they can't get on the defuse right away. That will give him some time to cook. But his teammates have just vaporized. This retake from Maka was brilliant. Now the AWP posted on the right angle. To flick away! No! The timing! It's peeking with a Glock! Walk into a rifle, now softened up, but the op will find home. I thought they'd done enough, Alan. I thought they'd done enough, but the timing of that flick from Maka, that is disastrous.
Can anybody explain to me what is happening?
Madness. Pandemonium.
I don't understand. I don't... Why have they done this? Oh, 3D Max. You can't bow out like this. I predicted you. I believed. Nemiga on track for a 25-minute map at the moment.
They're looking for it. Deke shot out from Ecstasies. Hero of Ancient. Oh. For a second, thought he'd thrown it through the window to them. Just like, have a gun!
It really reached that point.
No, it's on the lip. It's on the lip. We're all good. Hold on. Sanity being restored. Imagine you're holding the A site and then just a gun comes flying through the window for you. Oh,
it's like
man.
all those films set in like antiquity where they have to hand over the sword to their opponent in single combat because it has to honor to fight. It has to, you can't slay them. They don't have a weapon.
That would be one heck of a DHL drop.
Oh yeah.
In towards A they go, and onto the site they will drop this bomb. Maka.
This is 3D Max have to pause.
I mean, 3D Max need counseling at this point.
I can't believe what I'm watching. They look really absent.
And they're not even the team that has a final starting.
Do you think the whole scenario just rattled them? Or, kicked them out of the moment?
If being the team that doesn't have pressure in this circumstance is the thing that rattles you, then you should think about that mental.
Yeah.
Because this is their sole focus for the day, right? For 3D Max is getting this done. Getting this over the line. Getting the spot confirmed in the ESL Pro League. They're not the ones with a match starting in 20 minutes. They need to focus up and focus in. And admittedly, this is still Anubis. If they can get a few rounds here, if it starts right here and right now, and they can get 3 or 4, game back on. That's a big hit.
What have we got? 11, 16 kills for 3D Max. Gonna cut it. You're right. To change this tune immediately. Jocko makes a move. It's all well and good taking this canals control, but the moment those smokes fade, it's hardly that scary for the T side to come back to their control. So, what's really burned is a bit of a clock.
Maka burning. He's out of there. Burning a bit of the clock might be Nemiga's most precious resource, actually. They have slowed the pace down massively on this round. Timing on this peak from Ecstasies is huge. There's two working together. They need this kill. They've not got it. Now the trades come in. The stack up comes in. Graffiti's done work elsewhere. And Ecstasies will hang on. That's massive. All falls to Risky Bob. And well, he's found a kill. He's found a site. He doesn't have the bomb. So it will be a risky bomb indeed to attempt the recovery. Gonna press forward in towards A, seeing the time as it is, catching a nade between his knees. And into the crosshair, into death. It's not clean, but it is finally a round win for 3D Max.
It's got to be the start of something bigger, though, isn't it? Got to get more out of this. The one thing they can't afford is just to immediately lose this round, lose all the guns, and then eco for last. That is not an option we want to even conceive. Okay. Well, it was a much more proactive round, much more intent on fighting for mid. The A guys were always going to push, but they felt it was good timing, so we like that. Much more proactivity than we've seen earlier in the half. Somewhat promising sign, still though, the season side of the leadership was not right. And yeah, to keep winning rounds.
Okay, under massive pressure.
I mean, even without mistakes, so favorable for the team. Entry 2 onto Lucky. Exorcist is in for a world of pain if they start to spread it.
They need Maka to get around. Right now, he's trying to contain Temple, but he need him in towards Heaven. Fortunately for him, Xanter's a little far away on the A take, but it's just not going to make a difference. And at this point, that's the bomb. Wait, that's the bomb. Oh, a tag on the elbow instead of a kill, and Maka's down, and the bomb is retrieved. A mistake immediately corrected. Graffiti, though, finds the space, gets two, and sets up Joko. But there will be no clutch here. The donut remains. Joko has been silenced. 3D Max, no chance to build.
That's a big nail in the coffin, isn't it? Second timeout, but it's a very hectic afterbump from Nemiga. I'm not sure how they let a player get out, but nevertheless, rounds are rounds. They're almost certainly buying just fine in his next two, whatever happens. So I don't think they can complain too much. I don't know. I don't even know what you discussed in this tack, Mike, because it's like, I guess you discussed the following gun round, but realistically, if you're only going to get two, I'm not sure it's enough. Nemiga can just stumble over the finish line at that point. At least make this round compelling.
Nice little air strafe. Keeps the op bullet out of the chest cavity. Dean shot. Gonna be so fortunate, and Khan does connect one. Given too many opportunities, he has been quick this map. 1v2, a particular example of that. Nice swing, overwhelms. And they managed to get the trades. Bodies are dropping left, right, and center. It all falls to Risky Bob. Where's that bomb? It's in the clutches of Joko, who has finally cracked his goose egg. That is a player they need to come online here. But there is still time for Bob to cook. He's putting on his chef hat. Breaking out his spatulas. He's hit his keyboard again on the flick around. I'm relatively sure.
I'm watching his ammo count. That could be a factor.
He needs one more bullet.
14.
Both on the angle.
Okay.
I think the bigger factor might have been just confirming for them he wasn't rapping through T-steps.
I don't know why he shot.
He hit his keyboard. I'm so confident. He's done it twice this series.
You're probably right.
It's the full flick around, and I think he hits his keyboard with his mouse.
That's a colossal lifeline for 3D Max in this series. I mean, I can't overstate that. It really was close to being game over. And they win it from man down with some pistols. Gives them the opportunity to get free. It's a small crumb of comfort, but at least it's playable. At least it's something to work with. Really has not been Joko's map, has it? Whatsoever.
Zwei out of play, though. That makes life a little easier. Alleviates the pressure. Flashbangs. Good smoke pop. Traded out 1 for 1. And still rests with the French squad for the moment, as they desperately search for this third. Rushing out of canals, back into the angle.
Oh no.
Wary of the window, and they serve themselves up for Xanter. So now just a Molotov down to prevent the chase. There's no one on B, as Lear is quickly realizing there's proactivity, and then there's stumbling backwards into the crosshairs of your opponent.
Pendulum's just gone too far the other way, hasn't it, for 3D Max? 2v3 now to keep them in the map, frankly. 2 maps may not be enough. Sorry, 2 rounds may not be enough. And it feels like we're consigned to that. Just lucky to go. Free to find. Crossfire's established. Wide plant. Finds the first, but he is a dead man. 10 for Nemiga. The speed run continues. 2 more, and they'll be on qualification point. See if we can get it done in the second.
We are back. Second half. We took the full break, which was honestly the most surprising part of that. Nemiga looking to make sure that there's not much more of a break, because they've got 7 minutes before they're supposed to start a grand final. Based on the timer, they actually have 12, Alan, so that should make it easy, right?
Quick turnover. They're certainly playing like they're aware of the timer. Let's see if there's a Bond film-esque 1 second before timer runs out finish.
It's just a laser pointed at Risky Bob's.
Yep.
It's got a risky
no
bean on the end of this.
Pen. Come to the rescue.
Here we go. They're going to play right in to what 3Max were hoping for, but here's the swing. There's a whole lot more than Exorcist was accounting for. Joko, time to come alive. It was a brutal first half for him, but quaddies resting around the corner means that 3Max have no interest. They've identified the stack. They're going to head to the other side of the map. The ball's to Zwei to try and hold him at bay. Smoke limits his vision. This should be a bomb plant. They need to cross it now. Okay, they won't risk that cross. Instead, they'll try and pull the cave player off, and look at that. Presence in cave. Now, this is a mistake, 3D Max. You have no chance to get that bomb down. You were so wary of CT, you forgot. There were other avenues for this rotation. Down will go Lucky. 11-2. Nemiga could be done with this before you know it. No bomb plant either.
Maybe they
3D
should
Max.
schedule series after all of their important series.
You think the pressure elevates them?
Exactly. What is happening? I mean, they're playing like a team possessed in this third and final map. For those that weren't here, first map, 3D Max were way ahead and Nemiga came back into it. Second map was more of a kind of ebb and flowing affair. This one is a smackdown. Being pulverized. Have we had a disconnect?
We've had a round restart. That's for sure.
We're buying up. Okay, underway. Well, 3D Max need to buy. There's really no point ecoing here. You've got way too much of a deficit. Clearly some discussion in the chats. Starting again.
Time for the most desperate stall tactics of 3D Max's life. Down an 11-2 deficit. Half server problems.
We are having a big team speak problem.
Audio
25
issues.
minutes.
Audio issues. Just knowing how players
Oh
are.
no,
I
I guess
trust.
the new one is mouse is out of charge. That's a classic these days.
Plug it in.
3D Max have ecoed. Bro.
I mean,
You're not
They're
winning
just-
10 in a row.
prep for the 10-round run back. Or the Maka Galil hero play. Those are your options.
I don't like either.
It is T-side of Anubis.
I would like to
10 in a
withdraw
row.
my money.
Isn't impossible. Sorry, Alan, your prediction Bucks have been committed. And Maka has committed the first kill this round. So that hero Galil netting something. And Nemiga may not realize that outside of this, it's just pistols. Aggression out A main. This is the next thing 3D Max are holding for. And it will work out. Extra gun drop down on the dirt. Khan getting very ambitious, trying to finish this one. Maybe that time pressure is starting to get to Nemiga. Trying to wrap up the eco too soon, and in doing so, might have given 3D Max a window back into this, but Risky Bob will not be allowing anything for free. Risky Bob collecting his pound of flesh. A fadeaway headshot on the last bullet in the magazine, and map and series point is here for Nemiga.
That's my Kadir player to watch right there. Let's go. It looked like that might be, I mean, a lifeline is a stretch. A morsel of a chance to somehow get back into the map. Not converted by 3D Max. They need 10 in a row. 10 in a row? Not happening. Not happening.
Perfect there. It's actually a smoke, and Lear has just dropped the bomb right into his lap. This is disaster. This is over. 3D Max, they can rage against this moment. They can curse the clock and the time. But it's just Lucky with 4 HP to hold Nemiga back. None in time, it seems. A tick down now, just 3, and a flank fast encroaching. Zwei, 1 bullet in the back, all that's required. Nemiga, well, they're going to be well on time, both into the ESL Pro League and into the next grand final.
I make it, Mike, 30 seconds before their scheduled game. That is cutting it close. Wow. I mean, where was this Nemiga the rest of the series? They played like a team that deserves their spot in Pro League after that. They absolutely dumpstered 3D Max. Wasn't even a contest. Never looked in doubt. Had one bad round against this one in the first half. We'll go through in a second, but apart from that, going round to superlative. Dancer was great. Risky Bob had his moments. Khan was an absolute monster. What a day out for them. And they got one more series to go as well.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a warm-up. I'll tell you one thing, they're going to be coming to the server hot for that other one. That is for sure. Now, the question is just how long can they go? How long will they be able to keep up a full head of steam? But first test done for the day. Qualified in the ESL Pro League, and that is not a bad result for an ascendant team like Nemiga.
No, it's massive. And as I said, once you really delve into the qualification route into Pro League, realistically, this is the only way. There's too many big teams.
I will tell you
there's other spots.
I will tell you one thing that I know for sure. Two things I know for sure. One, Risky Bob delivered, and two, we're definitely not getting an interview. That I can say with 100% confidence that we will not be getting an interview through here. So we'll just have to do the talking for Nemiga themselves. They did well. I mean, it's a tremendous result. I did well, obviously, because I'm a genius. But no, it's a tremendous result. They're a team that is rising rapidly through the ranks, and it's off of the young gun of Santher. It's off of that op of Khan. Zwei having some nice moments as well. This is a young core. I think their oldest player is 22, so this is a very young team, and that just seems to be the world that we live in at this point. Is Counter-Strike is being taken over by the young. And they're the kind of folks who can just finish a series and then go right into a grand final. So best of luck to Nemiga going forward. Constellations on to 3D Max, and we're going to wrap up our show. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow to put our grand final to rest. And hopefully no one will have any scheduling conflicts. We'll see you then.
you